So congrats, Zombies 4. You've made it to the fourth installment of this franchise that has everyone just all over it. People love it. What does it mean to you to be this far into such a transformative experience for the both of you?
You know, it's really hard to feel it sometimes. And this week has been one of great reflection with this movie and this franchise. I mean, we just had the premiere and we've been with the kids, the newcomers of the movie. And it's just, we're so ridiculously grateful to be a part of this. We both loved this type of thing growing up. And, you know, once we booked the first one, we've just been pinching ourselves the whole way through. And now it's at a place that I never thought it would get to.
How does it compare filming and promoting and just doing this version versus how it all began like nearly a decade ago at this point?
It's so different. I feel like from Zombies 1 especially to now, it's like day and night.
Yeah. Nice. The
yeah.
Zombies 1 premiere was at like 10 a.m. in a parking lot at
Yeah.
Disney Studios. And we just had our premiere for this one at the El Capitan Theater. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's so different,
Yeah.
but so cool, and it's really wild. That is something, like, there's so many similarities with us and all the new kids, and, like, watching them recreate all these things that we went through on the first one and throughout all the movies has just been so surreal. But the main big difference is that they are stepping into something like that already exists, and it's their first time doing all of this, but they just like performed on GMA this morning, and they're going on tour,
And a lot of them
doing
grew
all
up
these things.
on this franchise, too.
Yeah,
which
is
crazy.
so different
Yeah.
from anything we've experienced, because they are really, especially Freya, she's just like coming into it so gracefully, and she's so confident and amazing, but I can't imagine being in that position. Yeah.
When she walked into her audition, she, like, immediately her face lit up. And it was a first for me, because I was like, oh, right, some of these kids will have grown up with zombies, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But
Right,
It'll
so
never
she
not
was-
be weird.
She was clocking you as like, you're the
Yeah,
guy
she's
from
like,
the
oh my
thing that I
God,
love.
I introduced myself, I'm Milo, nice to meet you. And she goes, I know. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So
Yeah,
it's been a surreal for
it's
all
really
of us,
surreal.
really.
What does that mean to you, aside from knowing that you're the faces of this big, successful, multi-part franchise? What does that mean to you to know that not only so many fans have watched you grow up and grown up with you, but also now your castmates are doing the same?
Totally.
Is there a responsibility? Is it flattering? Does it blow up your ego? Or all of it?
For me, it's just like, look at all the positivity and just the great impact this franchise has made. I think about it as just a really solely good thing for this world. I mean, it's fun and it has a great message at the bottom of it. So I love to see it grow because I think it's just better for everyone. And now that we have these great kids that so deserve it, and even more fans than we've ever had, it's exciting because you bring joy to people's lives.
Yeah, it is really surreal. I think there is definitely a pressure when it comes to just, you know, obviously the Zombies movie means so much to everybody, but especially kids. And so, like, that pressure of knowing that, you know, kids are watching, or even on, like, social media and stuff, like, just keeping that in mind. But we also are, like, adults now, and we are grown, and we're gonna, like, you know, be adults. But at the same time, like, I feel like, at least for me, like, knowing that, you know, kids are watching and are influenced, like, of course, that's definitely, like, a pressure for sure. It's not like a bad one, but it's just, you know.
We're happy to be leading that charge.
More of a duty than a pressure.
Yes,
Yeah.
a duty.
And it's like, if we're gonna do something good for the world, we might as well do it in a way that we really like.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of fun doing it. So.
And you
Yeah.
might as well executive produce it as well.
Yeah, why not?
You know.
I want to talk to you about that transformation in
Nice.
your professional lives. You've acted in these movies and you've been the face of this franchise in front of the camera, but now you're also adding the role of executive producer. What exactly did you do as EPs?
That was a question I was asking myself before we started. I was like, what does this mean, really?
Aside from the title card,
Yeah,
the credit.
I mean, what do we produce?
Right, yeah.
What are we? Yeah, but I found, you know, we had a team of producers, and everybody really was kind of had like a specialty almost, and I found that me and Meg really I think we did a really good job kind of bridging the gap between the creative side of things and the logistics side of things and the production side, if you will. I mean, we're very close with the choreography team, and you know, thinking about how creatively this section will work with how we're going to use this camera, and we have the crane today, so how can we use that? Like, Freya is young, we had to figure out her hours and how we were going to shoot things, and it was like kind of solving a puzzle, like, okay, if we do this 2-shot first or whatever, and just reorganizing the story a little bit, adding lines, you know, taking things out that we really love this universe and we know it. So we were just like, what would we want to see in this movie? And thankfully, Disney was super, you know, receptive to all of it. And we learned so much working alongside the team.
Yeah, it was really cool. We were like involved in the casting and then wardrobe and script notes and just like, you know, everything. I mean, obviously it was like very much Disney and the creative team, but it's kind of like when they were finalizing everything, they would like bring it to us and we would have notes or something like that. So it was really cool. I think my favorite part was after, like in the editing. And like we would get cuts like all the time, and it was like we got to actually like put our input in of like after everything was over. And I think that was the most fulfilling thing for me. It was really cool to see the movie grow. Like seeing it from the first draft until now, it's like completely different. But it always was. I mean, New Zealand just made it incredible.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot.
Relocate
to. We've touched on it a little bit, the new kids, but I'm gonna go a little deeper. You already mentioned the moment in the audition where Freya was all jazzed just to see one of her guys, right? But what was the experience like bringing Freya and Malachi and the sort of new generation into this world that you've already inhabited for so long?
It's really surreal. Yeah, I feel like we keep saying that, but there's really not words for it.
I know, it's so indescribable. It's like we're watching a life that we've already lived. I mean, obviously they're different, but
especially in like New Zealand, like it was really emotional for us, especially during like the audition process. Like, and I remember like they did their chemistry for the first time, and I was like bawling because it just reminded me of like when we did ours.
I know, that's when it started for me too, was the audition process. I was just like, wow, this is going to be a long journey of emotions. And we also, as new producers, we were like going to each other being like, are we allowed to like go help them with this? Are we allowed to like, you know, Malachi he like dapped me up when he walked in because we knew each other beforehand. I started freaking out. I'm like, am I allowed to like high five an actor?
Like, can we be boys, or do I need to be?
Is that my homie, or is this Mr. Barton right now? But yeah, I think I'll say I was kind of nervous, you know, just voicing myself when it started. Having Meg there to talk to about things made it a lot easier. And we also wanted to represent these newcomers as well. So we tried to be like an echo for, you know, the things that they were trying to voice. But they're all just great.
Awesome. How would you describe what your characters, Zed and Addison, who are now in college, as we catch up with them, what's happened to them? What have they been doing since Zombies 3? And here we are at Zombies 4.
You know, we do miss a good chunk of time. We missed their whole first year of college.
Yeah, we do.
So who knows? Probably playing a lot of football, doing a lot of cheerleading.
It seems like, I mean, from the conversations they have in the movie, that they have not, like, they've been really separated because they keep saying that they've missed each other all year. So I feel like they were kind of in their own thing and kind of isolating themselves to get their goals.
Yeah, they want the cheer trophy and the football trophy. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we realign. We find our true values.
Understood. Hey, there you go. That's called ARC.
Mm-hmm.
You've had zombies, aliens, and werewolves. Now enter the Daywalkers and the vampires.
Oh yeah.
How would you describe these new adversaries?
Well,
I'd say they're quite swag.
Yeah, they're quite swag, as you would say. No, I think what's really cool about, because colors and like kind of the aesthetic of all of these movies are like very important just visually. It's like all the colors always pop, and I feel like from the first movie that was such an apparent thing. So I think that's always important for all the movies. It's like the visual aspect of it. And it's cool because obviously they share the blood fruit, so they eat that and that's how they survive. So they both wear red colors because it's both red. But then, you know, the vampires are obviously at night, so they wear red and black, and then the Daywalkers are white and red because they're during the daylight. So I thought that was like a really cool thing that it shows that they're the same, but you know, they have like little different sides.
I think my favorite part about these two new species, if you will, are that they came from the same place. They're really one people that have, because of circumstance or environment, adapted differently, I guess. And it's the first time we kind of get like two new, cultures, I guess, in one movie.
Yeah.
And it also just allows for more new characters, and they all
Yeah.
rock, so no complaints.
We love it when the characters rock.
Yeah.
What was it like seeing your characters become mentors, sort of, for these groups, including their younger leaders?
We've been saying that this has been a very meta experience in so many ways, and I think that is the number one way, is like, as Zed and Addison are trying to find who they are as leaders, so are Meg and Milo, as mentors for these kids. And also, like, that's the arching sort of theme, but even individually with each kid and our individual relationships with them and what we're going through with our characters. I don't know. I feel like that's always how it goes, but yeah, we really were trying to find the best way to be there for them the way we could, because we don't want to be too overbearing, but we also wanted to definitely let them know we're here for them in every way. And I think Zed and Addison were kind of discovering the same thing.
There's so much music and dance and performance set pieces in all of these, and certainly in Zombies 4. Is there any song or dance or performance in this one that you particularly are proud of or enjoy or think fans will enjoy?
Dude, so many, but also I personally can't speak for you.
You can speak for me.
I had the best day of shooting of my life ever. This one day when we shot our duet at the top of this beautiful cliff, and it had like, I don't know, being there with the like Kiwi people. They were telling us all these stories about, things that have been there, other films that have been shot there. The clouds literally parted. We were gonna do this song. The song, carries such weight for us. It was such a beautiful day. Just all of it was very overwhelming in the best way. But and it's just our goodbye, I guess. So it's kind of, when you watch it, it's emotional, but there are different aspects of every musical number that I'm proud of.
Yeah, I think that was a really special day, especially like the weather being super cloudy and rainy, and then as soon as they were like, let's just do a shot to get it over with, whatever, and like the clouds literally just parted. It was like, oh, okay, it felt how we felt on Someday.
Yeah,
like during Zombies 1 of like, oh, something
here.
Like crazy's happening. So that was really cool. And obviously in Someday too, like one of the things we bonded over when we were young was, I mean, I don't know we're young now, but was tap dancing and being a theater kid. And so and in Someday we obviously tap, like there's not tap sounds, but we do. Right. And so to bring that back, it just like, it all was just a very, very, very full circle moment. And I feel like it's almost kind of like, the scene was originally supposed to be like almost like wedding vows, and we're basically saying wedding vows just through song. So using a song from the movie previously. So I think it's really beautiful, and it's a very like quiet moment between them that you don't get in the movie.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I have one final question. It's really two very short final questions.
Let's do it.
Because I know we got to get you out of here.
Yeah.
What do you hope people get out of this movie?
That's a good question. On a like deeper level, I hope people learn to not fear, if you will, to want to be an accepting person, to embrace uniqueness. But my normal answer is just like whatever fun you get out of it works. I mean, if you just like the visuals of New Zealand, heck yeah. If you love Julian Lerner, who plays Ray in this movie, great, watch it. It's just so enjoyable. I love it. And I'm seriously so proud of it. I think it's the best soundtrack of the franchise, and it has a really just magical thing to it. I wish I could say.
I think a lot of people, it's been really cool because I think with this movie, obviously it's geared towards kids, but I feel like a lot of my like personal friends, like watching it, they're like, I'm kind of embarrassed because I don't know why I'm getting emotional and why like this movie feels so good. But I think it's because you could tell that we just had so much fun making it, and we always do on all of the movies. I feel like you can see that in the films. And yeah, obviously the message is so incredible, and it's just a message in all 4 movies that just is like a lifelong message that I think everyone should, especially kids, should understand. But yeah, it's really fun. So,
Great.
yeah.
And is there going to be a Zombies 5 with you guys in it?
We
I
hope so.
mean-
Okay, it's up to the world. So
Yeah, so if you watch
we'll wait
Zombies
for
4,
y'all
then
to decide
maybe.
if there's a Zombies 5.
Yeah.
If there is a Zombies 5, which I really hope there is, Meg and I will absolutely be involved somehow. Definitely behind the camera.
We would
And
love
then,
to EP
you know,
again.
we also
Yeah.
just we gotta honor this movie. Zed and Addison had a really great goodbye, and it's about, these people carrying the torch. If it calls for a cameo or they go to the elders and they need guidance, we're there.
Especially if it's
Grandma,
in New
grandma,
Zealand or
like-
Fiji or
Yeah,
That's what we're
we'll
working
all
on.
be there.
We're working on that right now. It's very important we move the franchise to Fiji for the next
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about with the team. So
All right.
we're
Well,
back
you
to-
guys go back
We'll
to your
definitely be
producer
there.
meetings
Yeah.
and pitch some good locations. And
It's
Yeah.
Fiji
story.
calling.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. Oops.
Now it's surfing zombies.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I have for you, and you guys have
Thank
been
you.
wonderful all morning long and
Thank you.
all day long, and it's nice to see you and wishing you best of luck.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
so
time.
much.
Good luck